Hello children, how are you? I think you are all fine today. Welcome to this EduSat English teleteaching program. My dear children, today we are going to discuss the last part of the story The Beggar by Anton Chekhov. So, we have already discussed the first two parts of the story and this is the last part. We can say also this is the second part because the first two parts we completed in the last session. Before going to the last part, let us take some time, let us devote some time for a recap of the previous session, right. So, what we did in the last session, right. You see, in the last session in part 1 we discussed begging with the story starts with the beginning begging scene. The setting is a begging setting. A beggar gives his introduction, requests an advocate very politely for giving him money. Sergei the advocate observes the beggar's physical appearance, dress and voice to recall and recognize him, looks at the high and low oversuits and remembers the man begging at Sotheby's Street. Sergei gets angry, threatens him to call the police for his lying. Finally, the beggar tells the truth. Sergei offers him work, the beggar accepts it, right. We discussed. And in part 2, the beggar follows Olga to the woodshed. Olga is the cook, hesitates to work, he did not like to work, he did not want to work. His negative attitude towards work due to his ill, he was very weak. So, he did not actually like to work. Sergei the advocate observes what the beggar was doing through the window of the dining room and he was really very kind. And Olga also informed about the work and payment was made, half a ruble was made to the beggar and at the same time the beggar was also offered, that means the advocate offered him work for every month and the beggar came on the first day of every month and also took some money. The beggar's behavior became very good and that changed the mind of Sergei the advocate and again he wanted to write a letter to his friend for a better job, right. And you just see the thing what we discussed finally, right. So, meeting of Laskov tells and Sergei recognizes the from the oversuits. Laskov admits and Sergei offers work. Then Sergei the advocate was satisfied, he became happy. Then monthly income also he was able to earn monthly income and finally Laskov wrote a letter to his friend to give a new job. This what we discussed. Let us go to the last part summary. This is part 3, the last part. 2 years later, Sergei met Laskov at a theatre and was glad to know that he was a notary. Then and on a salary of 35 rubles a month, you see that is very high amount in Russia. Rus desare 30 ruble hochi 30-35 ruble hochi gote boddo amount. So, after 2 years Sergei met Laskov at a theatre. Sergei was sad that he had engaged him in hard work. Laskov expressed his gratitude to Sergei. So, my dear children, Sergei wrote a letter to his friend and the beggar took the letter to his friend and fortunately the beggar got a new job of copying. And after 2 years when they met at the theatre, they started talking about each other and the beggar was very happy and he said, sir, I am earning 35 rubles, now I am a notary. So, his dress was very nice, looked very with aristocratic dress, he looked very young, very having a very good health and Sergei became very happy, right. And Laskov also expressed his gratitude, sir, thank you sir, for you now I am in a better way, right. That means, I am living a better life only because of you, right. Then you see, but he revealed the secret that it was Olga who had really saved him and set him right. It was Olga who had chopped all the wood for him. He owed a lot to her. Saying this, Laskov bowed to Sergei and departed to the gallery. So, when they started talking and he said, I am very thankful to you, and also he revealed exposed ସତ୍ୟଟାକୁ ସେ ପ୍ରକାଶ କଲା ସିକ୍ରେଟଟାକୁ ଯେ actually it was Olga who had really shaped him and set him right because Olga was really chopping wood for him ସେ ନିଜେ କାଠ ଚିରୁ ନଥିଲା ସେଇ ଯେଉଁ ରୋଷେଇଆ ଯିଏ ଥିଲେ ଆଡ଼ଭୋକେଟଙ୍କ ଘରେ Olga the cook that lady was chopping wood for him and he was taking the money, but he did not tell this to the advocate. Now he revealed, he told the truth here at the theatre after 2 years actually only because of the lady. Now he is here, right. So, you see just the story line outlines the last part. Sergei meets Luskov at the ticket window of a theatre. He recognizes the beggar. Then conversation starts. Luskov tells him how he is getting 35 rubles a month now and lives happily. Sergei becomes happy, thinks that he has changed his life. माने आडभोकेट निजे भाबुछंती जे मो द्वारा जोगु से जीवन तार परिवर्तन हेछि से गोटे धनी हे जाइछि भलो नोटरी गोटे भलो आडभोकेट हे जाइछि किंतु से कहूछि जे एक्चुअली फॉर आई एम थैंकफुल टू यू बट ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ योर कुक नाउ माय लाइफ हैज चेंज्ड he remembers the past and becomes sad for the words he had used for him, right. So, let us discuss the questions, then we can understand the last part. Where did Sergei see Luskov after 2 years? So, after 2 years you see Sergei saw the beggar at the ticket window of the theatre, right. So, 2 years passed, Sergei went to see the theatre and at the ticket counter Sergei found that little man, that little beggar, and asked him about whether he was Luskov or not, and they started talking, right. And number 2, what are the occupation of Luskov at that time, you see, right. At that time the occupation of Luskov, he was a notary, right. How much salary was Luskov paid for month as a notary? As a notary, you see, he was getting 35 rubles a month. He was paid 35 rubles a month. So, you see how his life changed, right. So, the advocate sent him to his friend. He wrote a letter to give a new job to the beggar, and the beggar was appointed. He started copying all the things there for his friend, and he got 35 rubles a month, right. And question number 4, you see next number, you see, God bless that good and noble woman. Who does the noble woman refer to, right. So, God bless that good and noble woman. Who does here the noble woman refers to, you see, Olga, the Sergei's cooks, right. So, here Olga was really referred as the noble woman, right. Number 5, who really is Olga, the Sergei's cook, really chopped wood for the beggar. Actually, the beggar was not chopping wood. The lady, the old lady Olga, Sergei's cook, she was chopping wood for the beggar, right. Number 6, who really set Luskov right? Finally, you see, the beggar when met the advocate at the theatre, he revealed the truth. Really, Olga set Luskov right. ठीक पटक मानिथिला Olga, बहुत गाली देथिला. Actually, the lady scolded him a lot, used filthy language for him, and worked for him and scolded him. गाली कला तापिंग काम भी कला. एवं finally, the beggar changed his life, he changed his behavior, right, and he gave up drinking and everything. What did Luskov do before departing to the gallery, right? Yes, he bowed Sergei, he saluted Sergei, he regarded Sergei, the advocate, expressed his gratitude to the advocate, right. Number 8, which country does the beggar belong to? Yes, you see, This is a Russian story and the beggar belongs to Russia, right. And next question, question number 9, who is the writer of the story? We have already discussed the writer is Anton Chekhov, one of the very popular and famous writer, right. So, what is the moral of this story? What is the message of the story? The moral of the story is, yes, you see, that is dignity of labor, work is God. If you work hard, do not beg, do not request anybody for anything, you work hard and your result will come to you automatically, right. So, you see, before going to some other questions, multiple choice type of questions, let us sum up the story. So, my dear students, we have discussed the story, we have divided the story into 3 parts, part 1, part 2, part 3, right. The story has been divided into 3 parts. In the first part, you see, the beggar meets Sergei, an advocate, and requests for help, begs for money. And the beggar tells lies about his profession, but Sergei recognizes him, right. And the beggar admits his lies, that I am telling lies. He said, sir, because nobody wants to give me, the situation compels me to tell a lie. ମିଛ କହିବାକୁ ପରିସ୍ଥିତି ମୋତେ ବାଧ୍ୟ କରୁଛି, ସେ ଭିକାରୀଟି କହିଛି, ମିଛ ନ କହିଲେ ମୋତେ କେହି ଦେବେନି, if I do not tell a lie, nobody would come forward to give me something. Sergei realized this and offers work of chopping wood, and he accepts the offer, right. So, finally, in the first part, from the very meeting of both Sergei and the beggar, then it continues up to offering work to the beggar by the advocate, right. तीजन जाक प्रथमे भेटिले, बेगर रिक्वेस्ट कला एवं फाइनाली से धरा पड़ा एवं ताको पुलिस रे दवा पई धमकेले, थ्रेटेन्ड हिम टू गिव हिम टू द पुलिस, टू हैंड ओवर हिम टू द पुलिस, and he was afraid of all these things and he admitted his fault. Finally, the advocate offered him work. So, my dear children, you see how the story writer has created very good characters. In the story, 2 characters, one is beggar, the liar, he is lying, telling lie. Another is the advocate. Although he is an advocate, he is very kind hearted, right. So, जदि advocate न होइथांता हुए तो से भिखारी रो मिछ कथा को धरि पारि न थांते. If you were not the advocate, he could not have actually discovered the lies of the beggar, right. Now, you come to part 2, right. So, now the beggar is engaged, engagement and half of the the beggar starts chopping wood, then Sergei observes his work, the Olga actually finally Olga rebukes him and also helps in chopping wood. So, the lady rebukes him, but helps him in chopping wood, right. And the beggar owns half a ruble and other work to do. So, he was also given some other work every month, and then Sergei's letter to his friend, Sergei wrote a letter to give him new job, and finally, the beggar got a new job and then he started copying and he became great. So, the last part, part 3, that is the third part of the story, Sergei meets again, the final meeting of Sergei with the advocate at the theatre, at the ticket counter of the theatre, and conversation begins, and Sergei also becomes very happy to see that now he has changed, he has been a rich man and now he has been a notary, and the beggar also expressed his gratitude to the advocate for his kindness and revealed the truth that Olga, his cook, actually had helped him a lot and he had also rebuked him, and his her rebuke, her feel the language for him actually changed his life. This is the story, and so in this story the author wants to give a message to the society that begging system should be abolished, right, and the beggars should also be provided with work, so that they can live on their own, right. So, this is summary, and then we will discuss some important questions, multiple choice of MCQ or multiple choice type of questions for your examination. So, my dear students, now you see, let us do some simple questions, blank filling questions, so that you can understand the story better. The beggar had an offer of a position the province of dash, the province of, you see, the right answer is Kaluga. He said, I have received an appointment, right, to be posted at Kaluga, and please give me some money, right. Number 2, a person who makes humble request is called, you see, right, suppliant, जे अति नम्रतार सहित जनकु रिक्वेस्ट करे ताको आमे सप्लिएंट बोली कहि. So, the beggar was a suppliant because he requested humbly, politely to the advocate. So, mendicant means a dash, you see, mendicant means again beggar. So, beggar, another term, another word is there in your text, mendicant, right. So, this is you see, this is swindling. Who said this? And the right answer is Sarjay, the advocate, said this, right. Number 5, 6, 7, you see, formerly the beggar was a dash in the Russian choir, right. The answer is he was a singer in the music party, Russian choir, right. And the beggar's strength had been underlined by, had been undermined by, you see, vodka, right. This is actually he lost his strength, he was very weak, he was very ill only due to taking vodka, right. This is not good, right. And the waif refers to the beggar, you see, mendicant, suppliant, beggar, waif, these are the same words used for the beggar, right. So, let us go to next one. Who is the writer of the story, the beggar? You see, Ruskin Bond, Premchand, Leo Tolstoy, Anton Chekhov. So, now we are going to discuss some multiple choice type of questions, right, so that you can prepare yourself for your exam. So, you see the options are Ruskin Bond, Premchand, Leo Tolstoy, Anton Chekhov. You are supposed to get one question in your examination about the writer, and now you see which is the correct option. The correct option is option D, Anton Chekhov, that is the right answer, right. So, next question, question number 2. Kind sir, have pity, turn your attention to poor hungry man. Who is the beggar speaking to? So, you see these are the words used by the beggar. So, who is the beggar speaking to? Kahaku se beggar kohuche kata? Kind sir, have pity, turn your attention to poor hungry man. You see, so one question you may get, you are supposed to get for the writer. Another question in non-detailed text like this, a statement will be given and you will be asked who told this or whom, who and who to whom, like this, right. And the correct answer is, you see, Laskov told this, right. Who is the beggar speaking to? Actually, the correct answer is actually the option A, Laskov, option B, Sarjay, friend, option C, Olga, option D, Sarjay. से कहा को कहूची एक्चुअली बेगर कहूची लस्कप कहूची कहा को कहूची क्वेश्चन चाहूची who is the beggar speaking to? The beggar is speaking to, the correct answer is Sarjay, the advocate, right. And number 3, right, how many days has the beggar not eaten anything? We have already discussed in summary. The beggar is saying, I have been yes starving, I have not taken food for dash. Yes, answer is option A 2 days, option B 3 days, option C 4 days, option D 5 days, and the correct answer is you see 3 days. He said for the last 3 days I have not taken any food, right. And number 4, how many kopecks does he need for a lodging? से मागिछ ना मते खाइनी मु 3 दिन हैला रहिबाको जगह नाही मते for food and for lodging please give me. Yes, now you see the options. Option A 2 kopecks, option B 3 kopecks, option C 4 kopecks, option D 5 kopecks, and you see the correct answer is option D 5, right. So the beggar asks or requests the advocate Sergei for 5 kopecks, right. Let us go to number 5. Which country does the beggar belong to? Right. Let us see the options. Option A England, option B India, option C Russia, option D France. So, which country does the beggar belong to? And the correct answer is you see Russia. This is a story, Russian story. The beggar belongs to Russia, and the names also Russian names, right. And number 6, the beggar said that he was a village school teacher for dash years. Let us see the options. Option A 5 years, option B 6 years, option C 7 years, option D 8 years, and the correct answer is you see 8 years. So, the beggar said that he was a village school teacher for 8 years, right. The beggar lost his job because of dash. Option A injuries, option B his drunkenness, option D inefficiency, option D telling lies. So, the beggar lost his job because of option A I think is the correct answer. You see, yes, injuries means secret plan. Due to secret plan the beggar lost his job, right. And number 8, he had nothing to do for dash years. Number 1 A 1, option A 1 year, option B 2 years, option C 8 years, option D 4 years, and the correct answer you see is 1 year. So, he had nothing to do for the last year 1 year, right. Let us go to number 9. Number 9, Sergei was a on dash. Option A farmer, option B doctor, option C advocate, option D teacher. So, my dear children, you see I have given you varieties of questions. One question like author, another is statement, right. So, like message like this, and this is a question which is related to the character, the profession of the character. You are supposed to get this type of question, right. परीक्षा रे जेतबेले तुमरो 5टी टेक्स्ट अछि 10टी ऑप्शन पढिबो तुमरो you will find 10 questions, 10 multiple choice type of questions from the non detailed text. Varieties of questions will come. If one question is related to character, another question may be related to maybe a statement, maybe the writer's name, like this, right. And you see the option A farmer, doctor, advocate, teacher, and you see the correct answer is Sergei was an advocate. We have already discussed. Number 10, the beggar had an offer of a position in the province of option A Komi, option B Kaluga, option C Karelia, option D Kalmiak, right. And the correct option is Kaluga. The beggar said, I have received an appointment to join a post at Kaluga, right. So, let us go to number 11, question number 11. Mendicant refers to, we have already discussed, the particular term beggar has been used in the story differently, right. So, let us see the options. Option A Sergei, option B the beggar, option C Olga, option D the writer. So, mendicant here refers to the word the beggar, right, and you see the answer the beggar. The correct answer is option B, right. Let us go to number 12. Sarje's eyes fell on the beggar's dress. Option A, clothes. Option B, overcoat. Option C, overshoes. Option D, cap. We have already discussed story रो सेटा होची गोटे टर्निंग पॉइंट आमे जेतबेले गपटे लेखु बा कहू बा सुनु we find some turning points twists मोड़ हो जाए बदली जाए they were talking से जेतबेले देखिदेला जोता गोटे जोता होची मोटा गोटे होची टिके पतला से सेही मने पकई देला जे सेही लोकटा को से आगुर देखिथिला oh I had seen that man I saw that man day before yesterday and this man this beggar is lying right so the correct answer you see that is overshoes that is the most important thing so my dear children we discussed some possible multiple choice type of questions and I think you will read the story, you will enjoy and you will prepare yourself for your exam. So, the time is over now. Thank you very much. See you in the next session.